Trisha Paytas is rewriting history again. This time she's throwing her ex-BFF under the bus.
Also, she seems to be contradicting what she has said in the past regarding her drug use.
Check it out.
When Dramageddon happened, it was like, it was like CNN, like 9/11 coverage.
Watching
like,
everything, yes.
Was
I wasn't in Dramageddon, was I?
No, but it was just like, the associates.
The people circling,
the associates.
yes.
But, so I'm sure they're keeping up, yeah.
The Dramageddon, I remember that day.
Historic.
May 10th. You're talking about the first one.
The first one,
I remember when, I think was it the Tati video dropped May 10th? One of them dropped May 10th. And I literally just like overdosed on meth. So I wanted to go to Shane's house and he was just more concerned about James Charles and Tati making this video. And I was like, but my therapist said I should probably be around friends and they didn't care. I mean, I don't know if you knew the severity of it, but I just remember being like, he's like, no, this is happening. And like his cameraman was filming him and I was just like, oh, this is not the time for me to tell you about my meth overdose.
Flashback.
And as soon as I was able to ask people for help, including my own friends, I share the story about Shane all the time. Like May 10th, I remember, I've already shared the story, but May 10th, I remember like when everything went down and I had seen my therapist and he's like, you need to reach out and be social and have some social aspect in your life. The only person I could think of was Shane, and he was so busy with his series, and that's the same day that the James and Tati drama came out and stuff. And I just texted him. I said, I'm so sorry to text you. I'm like, I'm just dark right now. I'm in a dark place. Can I come over? And he said yes. And even me was like, you can't just expect someone to say yes. Obviously that's not realistic for people to just be like, yes, people are busy, people have lives, all this stuff. But it just worked out that he did, and I was so happy that I reached out, and I continue to reach out, and he's always been great, obviously, too. And yeah, and he's been so great and wonderful, and even this week he's been great and wonderful, and I really, really love him.
End of flashback.
It was like bleeding from my nose and they're just like, eh.
That's a lie.
Maybe they didn't know the severity of it. I'm going to give him the benefit. But I just remember, and he's like, no, James Charles just made a video back. Like, it was this, we have to cover it right now because it's when he was doing documentaries. And I was just like, oh, wow. That's when you kind of know. You're kind of like, oh, maybe we're not like the friends I thought we were.
Holy shit. That is wild.
Yeah, that was so dark. That was crazy. May 8th through May 10th of 2019, like I was just getting bombarded by hate video after hate video. Nikocado ghosting, PewDiePie making video, like just so many hate videos. And I'm just like, let me just finish it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and like literally no one cared. And then I was like, let me maybe go to therapy and something and try to figure this out.
I'm confused because Trisha said that she was already going to therapy at that time.
I'm dealing with my personal life the best that I can, and I see a therapist now, and I don't really talk about it because it's something that's so hard for me to even like do and like seek help. So I don't really like to talk about it. I don't like to hear criticism, like things that I don't talk about, whether it's my personal life, therapy, help I'm getting or whatever. Like I don't talk about it if I don't want feedback on it, and that's why. But just know I'm like taking steps into like getting out. I'm in a really severe depression. But I think with help and medications and stuff, like you can overcome depression, and that's like where I'm at right now.
2019 was rough. When I tell you I don't remember 2019, I don't remember 2019. Like it was the roughest year ever. And before that, I was so sober. Like 2016, 2017, 2018, I was like so sober.
Let me ask you this. Is it true that you've also identified as black, chicken nugget, and lesbian?
Those were trolls. Well, not the lesbian one, but well, at the time, like, okay, here's the thing. All those videos were made. I used to be really into drugs. I did a lot of like meth and stuff like that. So when I did those videos, I was high for sure. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I don't think I'm African American, but I made that video with sunglasses on for a reason. Obviously, I was the chicken nugget era. That was my truth at the time.
You were a chicken nugget. That was your truth
at the time because I was fucked up.
Okay.
I mean, that was like Special K shit. You know what I mean? Like that was like
you were deep into, but in your mind you were goofing around. Obviously,
you did math.
Did you think you were a chicken nugget?
I did what?
What did you say that you were on?
She said
Special K at that time. Well, I was doing a lot of K, which is a lot of like, that's like a party.
Ketamine, I think, right?
Yeah, I was doing that, and I was, it's a mix. And then I tried meth for the first time this year.
The videos being referenced here were made in 2016 and 2017, but Trisha is now claiming that she was sober then.
And before that, I was so sober. Like 2016, 2017, 2018, I was like so sober.
So I was definitely high and like fucked up and stuff when I did those videos.
Why does it seem like there's always an excuse? Either she was on drugs, she was trolling, she was unhappy and bitter, her mental illness was untreated, etc. In September of 2021, Trisha made an offensive TikTok video where she is laughing and she claimed to have not been sober from 2006 to 2020.
Honestly, I don't remember. I was probably fucked up. Yeah, I was crazy back then.
The whole time I was in the vlog squad sober, never drank, nothing. I was just like completely sober.
Another lie.
I don't know. People, they try to like slander me like later on and be like, she was on drugs. And I was like, no, that was after I left the group. That's when I started spiraling. But
I think I took PCP this weekend.
What? Wait, what did you say? Who's fucking just giving you PCP?
I know. It's like a New York thing, I think.
It's not a New York thing. It's a fucking go to jail thing.
Trisha, you took PCP this weekend?
I don't know, actually. To be clear to the viewers, I don't know. But yes, I think.
I went to a bunch of Broadway plays. Where'd you get PCP?
Theater people are crazy, babe.
I was just like completely sober. No one ever reached out. I was like spiraling and everyone, like, no one cared.
Why is Trisha now painting herself as a victim when she has previously admitted to turning her phone off as some sort of test?
So yeah, May 2019. I was like, okay. Psychotic breakdown, number 2, like, I need some help. I couldn't function. I couldn't get out of bed. I would turn off my phone for days to see if anyone actually cared in my real life and stuff.
They're just like, okay.
Everyone's like, yeah, the bi sister of it all was like,
James Charles, James and Tati. I was like, oh my God, so sorry. Let me just not interrupt anything.
And he did it at her birthday dinner.
And he did it at her birthday dinner, and it was my birthday, which they didn't come to.
I didn't invite any YouTubers here tonight because, like, I don't know, YouTubers are kind of fake sometimes.
Oh my God, that's what it was. No, that was a year where I really was just like, no one came to my tour that was my friends.
Yeah.
Then I had like a supposedly close circle of friends back then. No one came to my tour. No one came to my birthday dinner. And I was just like, wow, that's like really, I have no friends.
Oh my God.
So that's what I should have known. I was just like, wow, no one came. People were like, oh, you had such good friends and this person. I'm like, no, I didn't really. You know what I mean? And it's fine. I let it go.
Did she really let it go? It doesn't seem like it. Anyway, let's continue.
Trisha has also admitted to using drugs back in 2016 and 2017 in her video How I Turned My Life Around. If she really wants to turn her life around, perhaps she should stop playing victim, stop lying, and stop trying to rewrite history. Here you can see a clip from July of 2017 where Trisha is drinking while live streaming on YouNow.
Should we Huh?
How many beers have you had?
This is my 7th.
Being drunk is fun. I do love being drunk.
In the next clip, Trisha admits to using during the time she's now claiming to have been sober.
I was making content on YouTube again. That was like, I don't know, drama, I guess, like trying, I don't know, just trying to get attention of like other YouTubers to have drama with. Why? Because I was using. Anytime I've made videos like the chicken nugget one, those are really hard for me to watch. Those were earlier. Those were like 2016, 2017. And if I was alone and I was doing those videos, like I was using in those videos, and they're really hard for me to watch. You know, those, you know, I know the chicken nugget one has become a meme, but I was, it was dark then too. But
Trisha continues to spin this false narrative of her being completely sober and not even drinking during the time she was involved with the vlog squad with her newest guests Tana and Jeff.
Ultimately, like, I take responsibility for it, but that whole year that I was in that group, you know, from 2017 to 2019 when I ended up at mental hospital, I never did any drugs. They always would say, oh, she was always on drugs. I was like, I didn't take a sleeping pill. I took nothing. I never drank, like, nothing. I never took any drugs that time. The only time I started doing drugs was after all that happened. I never drank.
Trisha, you're drunk. You need to get out of the car.
Can you just come inside, please?
You came inside me last night.
Don't put that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at you encouraging this behavior.
I can't.
Oh shit, look at me. God damn it.
I never drank.
Lie.
But that whole year that I was in that group, you know, from 2017 to 2019 when I ended up at mental hospital, I never did any drugs. They always would say, oh, she was always on drugs. I was like, I didn't take a sleeping pill. I took nothing.
I think I took PCP this weekend.
What? Wait, what did you say? Who's fucking just giving you PCP?
I know, it's like a New York thing, I think.
And before that, I was so sober, like 2016, 2017, 2018.
Anytime I've made videos like the chicken nugget one, those are really hard for me to watch. Those were earlier. Those were like 2016, 2017. And if I was alone and I was doing those videos, like I was using them.
Trisha now claims that she was sober from 2017 to 2019. However, she discussed her recreational drug use on her podcast with her sister back in May of 2020.
My favorite drug. Got that too. Hippie flip. So a mushroom and Molly. You take them together. So, or you take shrooms and Molly. I did this up in the forest with another guy that starts with A.
Another one?
That starts with A.
There's two different ones?
Yeah, I did shrooms and Molly. But I never did hard.
No, wait.
J
the
was
A before. You said A.
Oh, different A. Think of what I went to the forest with and I camped outside. So no, the hippie flip and this guy. The problem is
I thought you were talking about this guy. I'm like, really?
No, he doesn't do like coke. Yeah, he was like
that's
a
what I thought.
pothead.
He doesn't do synthetic. He just does.
Right. So even with Jay in December, like I feel like if I would have just stuck with MDMA or Molly, like I would have been cool. But I was like, he's like, let's do oxy, let's do coke, let's do
don't
PCP,
do it all.
let's do like all this shit. I was like,
be
okay,
responsible. About
he was just like any drug he could get was like what we were going. But anyways, the camping trip, the shrooms and the Molly, that was the same experience. We hiked for literally like 5 hours. I swear, it wasn't
dangerous though.
Oh, it was so dangerous. But at the point when we took it, that's why our thing was always like green heart, pink heart. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Wanda and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that wasn't Wanda and Cosmo. You ain't slick Wanda and Cosmo. But we saw it in the forest, like you know the green heart emoji and the hot pink heart. We saw them like burning so bright in front of our eyes. He's like, "Are you seeing that?" I'm like, "What are you seeing?" He's like, "I see a green heart." I'm like, "I see a pink heart." He's like, "I see your pink heart too." And I'm like, "I see your green heart."
Isn't that so fun though?
But that's what's crazy about these drugs because what they say they're meant to do is actually tap into like this other dimension.
From this heart reference, we can deduce who Trisha is talking about here, along with the time frame. This heart reference is regarding Trisha's ex Avi.
This person, the reason I have these nails, by the way, because that was our thing, the green heart, pink heart. So
Trisha admits to using mushrooms and Molly with that particular ex, and her time with him overlapped her time when she first became involved with the vlog squad, so for her to now claim that she was completely sober during that time is preposterous. Trisha is referring to Avi in this video.
From 2017 to 2019 when I ended up at mental hospital, I never did any drugs.
Is Trisha misremembering again? Or is this her simply lying and attempting to rewrite history?
Given what we've seen here, do you think that Trisha has really changed? Let me know what you think in the comments.
The only person I could think of was Shane, and he was so busy with his series, and that's the same day that the James and Tati drama came out and stuff. And I just texted him. I said, "I'm so sorry to text you. I'm just dark right now. I'm in a dark, dark place. Can I come over?" And he said yes. And
I literally just like overdosed on meth, so I wanted to go to Shane's house, and he was just more concerned about James Charles and Tati making this video. I just remember being like, he's like, "No, this is happening."
And he said yes.